In the ever-evolving landscape of cyber threats, the ability to recover swiftly and effectively from an attack is paramount. Veeam stands out in the field of data resilience by offering comprehensive solutions that ensure businesses can bounce back quickly, minimizing downtime and financial loss. Too often, organizations assess the cost of backup simply by the quote vendors provide for software and hardware. You don't buy backup to backup though, you buy backup to recover. It's critical the costs of recovery are factored into an organization's overall TCO. In this video, we're going to dive deeper into what those costs are. First off, you need to think about that you might need an additional tool other than just backup to do your replication for your mission-critical workloads to minimize downtime, because you're going to need to be able to recover off more than just backup. You might also need to think about, if I'm going to recover to the cloud, if cloud has become my DR site, my recovery location, can my backup tool actually take my native VMware workloads or Hyper-V workloads, whatever it might be, and restore them into a native cloud format, into EC2s and Azure VMs, etc. And if they can't, then you're going to have to run VMware on insert cloud vendor, which could become very costly. Lastly, in the case of many of traditional appliance vendors, you're going to have your offsite copies go to an appliance in the cloud, which essentially is the cost to run compute in the cloud instead of taking a secondary copy to native object storage, which would be much more cost effective. And when you compare this all to Veeam, right, the ability to get both backup and true DR for mission critical workloads in one tool and one license, the ability to recover a VM to a native cloud workload in its native format, and the ability to replicate offsite data direct to object storage instead of running additional compute in the cloud. All of this leads to a significant savings in the cost to recovery, right? And recovery is your currency. So it's critical that you think about this from more than just a backup perspective, but also what your overall costs of recovery are going to be as well to get a total cost of ownership story. It's not just about cost though. It's also about the capabilities and outcomes you're going to try to achieve. And now what I want to talk about is the Veeam difference. So what you'll see here is two responses to the same attack, a ransomware threat actor called Akira. This is the most prevalent threat actor that Covert by Veeam, or incident response firm, sees. And what you're going to see laid out here during this timeline is from their point of initial access to the point of recovery, how Veeam positions you to succeed. So when you look at this initial access point, typically they get in through ESXi. That's Akira's typical attack vector. And with tools in our industry that aren't Veeam, they don't really have anything to detect on that production ESXi layer. Everything that happens is really during the backup or even after the backup, frankly. With Veeam, you have a lot of capabilities to monitor the production workloads before a backup's ever taken. Then we see this threat actor try to move laterally in your environment, going after the crown jewels of your operations. There's really nothing without Veeam that would look for this in our industry. Whereas with Veeam, we have technology that looks for the attacker trying to get into the backup server, trying to get into your Active Directory and other crown jewels of your business. Thirdly, and potentially most importantly, is a lot of the other options out there without Veeam, they're really looking for pretty basic bulk changes, and it's after the backup's been done and you have to send data out to their cloud to be analyzed, leaving a backdoor open to the threat actor. Whereas with Veeam, we truly look for encrypted data, suspicious file extensions, as well as suspicious known threat actor tools during the backup when they happen, and we forward them to your security team. They don't want another dashboard to monitor, so we bring the data to them. And then incident response. So instead of just having basic support for incident response, having the true people, process, and expertise of Covert by Veeam to come in and negotiate with the threat actor, offer decryption capabilities if you ultimately decide to pay, but most importantly, train you proactively so that you know what these threat actors look like and can defend against them before it happens. And then restore, right? So don't just be stuck restoring from backup. Be able to restore from multiple layers, backup, storage array snapshots, replicas. This is what's going to give you the ability to recover as quickly as possible from a cyber incident. In this video, we broke down a few reasons why we see enterprises choose Veeam. Visit vee.am/enterprise to learn more. Thanks for watching.